We're used to Google controlling the narrative through polished keynotes and high-production teasers, but the Pixel 11 just bypassed the PR team entirely. It didn't emerge through an official leak or a calculated social media post. Instead, it exposed itself through a simple accessory listing that was never meant to be seen. Buried inside a quiet product page from a casemaker are the first real clues to one of Google's boldest behind-the-scenes experiments yet. Now, you might think a case leak sounds harmless, but companies like Thinborn don't operate on guesswork. They build their business on early schematics to ensure their accessories hit the shelves the same day the phones do. When a product page like this surfaces, it isn't a random render, it's a blueprint. At first glance, the device maintains that familiar Pixel silhouette, but if you look closer, the real story hides in the subtle architectural shifts. Take the camera bar, for example. For years, it's been a loud, instantly recognizable statement, the kind of design you can spot from across a room. But the cutout on this new case suggests Google is finally moving toward a more surgical refinement. We're looking at a significantly slimmer profile, meaning that aggressive camera bump might finally be receding. It's a shift from a top-heavy design to something far more balanced, changing not just how the phone looks, but how it actually feels in your hand during daily use. It's the Pixel signature, just matured. But the most jarring change isn't on the surface, it's what those cutouts allow for underneath. Behind the scenes, there is growing noise around Project Tuscana. Right now, Face Unlock on Android is largely a game of convenience. It's fast, but it relies on software tricks that fall short for high-security tasks. Tuscana changes the math entirely. We're talking about the introduction of infrared depth sensing, the kind of tech that maps your face in 3D even in total darkness. This isn't just a minor upgrade, it's a fundamental shift in how Google handles identity, finally offering a level of biometric security that rivals the best in the industry. Just as the hardware starts to feel predictable, the internals flip the script. The upcoming Tensor G6 isn't following the standard industry blueprint. While every other flagship is locked in an arms race for more cores, Google is reportedly dropping to a 7-core layout. On paper, that sounds like a retreat, but in reality, it's an efficiency manifesto. Google has never chased raw benchmark numbers. Their focus has always been the brain over the muscle. This unusual setup suggests a chip custom-built for the future of AI, prioritizing real-time translation and image processing over meaningless speed tests. When you connect these pieces, a clearer picture starts forming. The Pixel 11 might not be screaming for attention with flashy gimmicks, but under the surface, it's shaping up to be one of the most strategically upgraded phones Google has ever produced. We're still early in the cycle, and as the shape becomes clear, the soul of the device is still being tuned. But if these early clues are any indication, the Pixel 11 is less about changing the look and more about changing the experience. So I have to ask, is a 7-core chip a brilliant bet on AI efficiency, or is Google simply giving up on the spec war? Drop your thoughts below. I read as many as I can, and they usually dictate where we go in the next video.